What's up guys, it's Brittany here with Brittany Renee Concepts, and I'm going to break down today how to track your macros or your calories in MyFitnessPal. So there are several other tools that you can use to track your calories. You can do it with just a pen and paper. There's other programs as well as apps that you can use. MyFitnessPal has just always been the one that I use and the one that I prefer. So I'm not saying you have to use this one, but it's what I use. And this is what it looks like when you come up on the home screen. You don't necessarily need to worry about anything on the home screen once you get there. A lot of their stuff is going to be very basic, so you want to try to keep it as specific to you and your goals. Now, if you are working with me, this is kind of specifically who I'm doing it to, is my clients and my spring challengers right now. You should already have your macros because I sent them to you, or you are giving instructions on how to do them. If you are not one of my clients, I'm going to link my personal macro calculator in the notes below. So click on that, figure out your macros before you track, and that's gonna help you out. But once you get to MyFitnessPal, like I said, this is what it's gonna look like, and I'm gonna show you how to enter stuff. So the easiest way to do it is by using the barcode method. So if I go to the grocery store, I love getting my produce and everything that always has a little barcode because it does make things easier. And it also is great if you do ever have some processed foods or snacks, or if you have a protein or any of your supplements, it's super easy to scan in. And the way that you're gonna do that is you're just gonna go to the plus sign here, and you're going to add in food because all of our supplements go into food. I'm gonna count this as a snack since it's my protein, and I'm going to scan a barcode. So I'm gonna click that right there. The barcode is gonna pop up. I'm gonna find the barcode on here, and just like that, go to scan it, and then it pulls it up. It tells me right away it's 110 calories, it's 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat, 20 grams protein. Great, all I have to do is hit that check mark and it's done. It's automatically added in there for me. Now, if I was to mix it with a glass of almond milk or a glass of water, I would enter that as well by doing the same thing. I can go hit the plus, I could add water if I did water. If I'm gonna keep it, you know, with that same snack, I'm gonna say I did almond milk, I can go up here and type silk almond milk, oops, and then I will search for that. Once that pops up, that's what I use, is the unsweetened almond milk. I'm gonna add that one in there. It says it's logged. Great, that one's done, and I can go on with my day. Now, if you are trying to track something that doesn't have a barcode, so maybe you're trying to track a banana, the way that I like to do it is go into, again, press that plus mark. You're going to press food. This is just gonna count as another snack, and I'm gonna go up to that search bar. Anytime I type in any kind of produce or vegetable, I always put in USDA first because I feel like it's a little bit more accurate. So USDA and banana. Does anybody else, when they spell banana, do Gwen Stefani's B-A-N-A-N-A-S? Just me? No? Okay. Anyway, so there's that first one. I'm gonna add that in there. I typically don't ever measure it out. I just try to do a round of whereabout it's gonna be. But if you do want to weigh that banana so it can be a little bit more accurate, you can use a scale. This is one I use. I love it because it actually comes with a little nutrition scale book with it. I will link that below too if y'all wanna check it out. But you would just take this, peel it first, and then measure it, and then you would go to that banana again. Oops. You would go to that banana and scroll down to where it says the number of servings or the serving size, and then you would just pick the amount of grams that you have. So maybe it's 100 gram banana, but the specific one that you have is, you know, only 75 grams. So I'm just gonna go through and put that was 3/4 of a serving. So that will be as accurate as possible, and boom, it's added in there. So that is how we would do any kind of produce. It goes the same for any kind of vegetables or any other item similar to that. Now, if we are going to be doing something a little bit different like chicken or a protein, salmon, steak, anything like that, first thing that you want to note is that you want to weigh it before you cook it, but you would just take your chicken, once again, weigh it on whatever scale you use, and then you would enter that. you do want to be mindful that anytime you're doing any kind of protein or entering anything like that, make sure that you're taking account for what kind of olive oil or what kind of cooking oil you're using, what kind of seasonings. If you're using a marinade, make sure you're putting that in there as well, because that does go into your total calories. So that is how you would do that. Typically on this one, you only are gonna use the diary and the plus sign. You can go over to progress and see your changes from whenever you first started and whenever you are continuing through to see if you are progressing. And that's what I would use, especially if you're attempting to do this on your own, to judge, are my macros working for me? If your weight is staying the same day after day, week after week, and you're hitting your macros every single day, then you probably want to go adjust your macros, because you're probably not in a caloric deficit like you thought that you should be. Now, with tracking macros versus tracking calories, you will get progress no matter which one you do. A lot of people like to say, well, it's basically the same thing, but it's not. Calories are gonna be more of a component of how quickly and how fast you lose weight and how much weight you lose. Tracking macros is going to be more dependent and more focused on actually getting your body to look a certain way once you do lose that weight. And the reason why I prefer tracking macros, or at least tracking protein, is because if you're working out all the time but you're not hitting a certain number of protein that is specific to you and your goals, then you might lose all the weight, but you're not gonna have the tight and toned figure that you might think that you want. So it's very important to be specific on your tracking, in my opinion. And if you don't want to track all of your macros, if it's too overwhelming, then just focus on tracking your calories and hitting your protein every single day, because ultimately that's gonna get you to the body type and the goal body that you want to have. All right, guys, well, like I said, I did link my macro calculator as well as the food scale below. I hope this helped you out. If you do give it a shot and you find you need a little bit more help, I am a nutrition coach, so hit me up. But to all my spring challengers and my online clients, I hope this helped. Of course, you know that you can email me if you have any questions, and good luck, guys.